Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out redzonecoins.com and use code ZERK for 15% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I have some Isaiah Simmons gameplay for you guys. Now, I do want to mention that in this video, I did not intend for it to be an Isaiah Simmons gameplay. Now, what I mean by that is that it just happened to be a game where Isaiah Simmons went absolutely ham and I have to showcase it for you guys. But a lot of times I'm not always recording, I'm not always using face cam whenever I go into every single head-to-head game that I play. If there's a new card out, then yes, I'll be here, you know, I'll do the face cam, do the live reactions and everything like that. I know you guys like to see the live commentaries and I love doing live commentaries, but sometimes I just play head-to-head and I'll just hit record in case something happens. And Isaiah Simmons went absolutely crazy in this game, so this gameplay is going to be a post-com. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Jake Carlson for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the video, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang, guys. I would really appreciate if you would drop a like on the video. It does help my channel out tremendously, and it also helps literally any single video you guys drop a like on. It really, really helps in the algorithm, so I'd really appreciate it. But you guys can see Isaiah Simmons on my team, 82 zone, 79 man, 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Now, this gameplay also was from a couple of days ago, so the rest of my team is not where they're at right now. So with that being said, let's get into the gameplay. Looking to take your game in Madden 21 to another level? Make sure to check out hotroute.tips, get access to ebooks, tips, and schemes from Madden pros. Use code ZERK for 10% off. Let's dominate Weekend League. So let's get right into the gameplay. As you guys can see, that is going to be my opponent's top 3, and that is going to be my top 3. So my team compared to his, maybe just a little bit better, maybe just a little bit, but this was actually before I had a lot of abilities on my players, of course. This was actually pre-recorded even before the new Lamar Jackson and everything came out, so I actually didn't have that many abilities. You guys can see that Lamar Jackson doesn't have any superstar abilities or any X factors at all, as we're not going to talk about that read, but we are going to talk about how Jermichael Finley is such a beast. That man literally came down with that touchdown, and I don't really know how. Shout out to Jermichael Finley, because that was an insane play, and this is an even better one with my user, with Isaiah Simmons. Guys, let me tell you, the user is so bad in Madden 21, right? We all know this. Usering a linebacker is just not good, so I now am going to be using Isaiah Simmons essentially always at middle linebacker. I run a big nickel scheme, so I just user him, and then I also get Jalen Smith out there, which now, of course, this video was recorded a couple of days ago. I have actually got Sam Mills up to, I want to say, a 90 overall at the time I'm actually doing the commentary for this video. So he is actually the linebacker that I have out there as somehow, some way, that is DK Metcalf. Yes, the gold DK Metcalf just burned Asante Samuel way down the field there, and he ends up getting the TD on us. That is quite surprising, honestly. I didn't think I'd see that happen, but you guys can see right here, I tried to get a little bit fancy with the kickoff. Didn't end up working out with Tyreek Hill, but I do have a return man on him now, and you can see Max Strong just completely missed the block there on Reed. That could have been a pretty big play if he actually just got that block. I will say the run game is not really all that good in Madden 21, as I honestly could have had a big run there. I will say it's not OP. It's definitely still decent. Like, if you have a much better offensive line than your opponent does defensive line, you're going to get some push there, and you're going to be able to pick up a couple of yards. I really haven't had any games where I've ran for like 200 yards or anything, or my opponent has done the same as Zeke. Pretty solid run right there. That was actually my first ever run with Ezekiel Elliott on my team, and we go back to Zeke again. You guys can see I tried to use the little journal there. Didn't really end up working out all that well. Didn't really use that correctly, but the journal's pretty glitchy. But now I do have Tyreek Hill with return man on him. Now that I have things upgraded, take off with Lamar Jackson there, pick up a big gain, and I also have some more X factors, have like some abilities on my own linemen, so my team is definitely a lot better than it was in this gameplay. But you guys can see we are still putting in work on the offensive side of the ball, as B looks to be open right here, and that's exactly where I'm going, but unfortunately, he actually jars it loose. Jalen Smith there, pretty good play, and that was just a terrible read. Patrick Peterson with the easy pick 6, or so I thought, until Lamar Jackson came out of nowhere and ends up getting the pick 6 saving tackle. Will that save us from letting up any points, or will he still score? to be determined. You guys can see he is just feasting on me with these out routes. Luckily, that one was actually going to be incomplete. Here he's scrambling around with Lamar Jackson, takes a huge hit from Terrell Edmonds, who I believe is like 90 or 89 hit power. I honestly can't remember which one, but I thought for sure we were going to get a fumble. We did not. Here the curl is just sitting right there. You can see DK Metcalf again with another big time play. 4th and 4 though coming up. I knew he was going to go back to the same exact play. I knew he was going to try to go to like some curl routes or anything. So I set up my defense. We'd be perfectly set for it. You can see I'm actually using with Jalen Smith there. And luckily for me, Aeneas Williams makes just the right play there and swats that away. So with 49 seconds left, we now have an opportunity to go down the field. We get a big run here at a work done. Juke to the inside there. Actually, pretty sure that was a Jurtle. And we actually Jurtle. We're into a big hit stick, but take a look at this play. I have to let you guys know. That pass was not for Andre Johnson. That pass was actually to Jermichael Finley, and I'll show you guys that again in slow motion. But that pass was actually to Jermichael Finley. You can see it's an inaccurate, and I somehow got away with one of the luckiest catches I have seen in quite a while. Andre Johnson ends up coming away with that, and we get a TD out of it. All I know is that if that happened to me, yeah, I would not be too happy, but Isaiah Simmons once again coming away with another interception. That is his second interception so far in the game. I'm trying to tell you guys, if you don't have Isaiah Simmons, you need to get him. Here we actually stop before we try to throw them the run because don't have dashing deadeye or anything on this Lamar Jackson, so that probably would have been pretty bad. 8 seconds left though. We get a nice block there from work done. Trying to get someone open back at the end zone, but doesn't really look like anything was too open. So we end up scrambling out of bounds. And we take our 3 points to go up 24-7 heading into half. So with that being said, now that we're up 24-7, this is good. This is obviously some really, really good stuff. Now I can start to lab a little bit on defense and also start to lab a little bit on offense. Honestly, when I get up this big on an opponent, this is when I really try to start to do other things on defense, trying to figure out the game a little bit more, as I thought we were going to get a big hit there. Jalen Smith looked like he was going to, but let me tell you guys, if you face like Derrick Henry or you face this Eddie George card, you will definitely notice that power backs really show out. And we get some pressure, some good pressure right there from Elvis Dumerville. And if that was an accurate pass, that could have potentially been intercepted. But power backs really do show up, and you'll notice they are some power backs. Again, kind of a bad pass there from Lamar Jackson. Didn't really have any pressure in his face. It was just kind of a bad pass. And again, he goes to the curl route. But that time, we actually do make a play with Adrian Wilson, I believe was the defender there, stepping in front of that curl and getting a good play here. We're trying to guard both the slants, trying to make the right decision, hoping that Asante Samuel can keep up with Tyler Lockett. And unfortunately for me, yeah, he couldn't keep up. And I'm honestly surprised that Jalen Smith didn't just get a super easy interception right there. But again, we get some pressure, and it forces him to throw to DK Metcalf, which I was baiting him to throw to. Isaiah Simmons comes away with the interception, and Eddie George is not going to catch us, man. He is just way too slow. Isaiah Simmons with another pick 6 in that game. That is 2 pick 6s, and we also have got 3 total interceptions in just the third quarter. I mean, Isaiah Simmons is seriously just like the best defensive player in the game right now. You absolutely need to have him, and you absolutely need to be using him. I actually don't think I've played a game yet where I don't use Isaiah Simmons. If I come on 3-4 sometimes, I just let him go by himself. As get a pick there from Asante Samuel. I was trying to guard the underneath route. It was really hoping that we'd have someone back there to guard it if he went deep. Luckily, we did. Work done. Good little journal right there. Right into a little tackle by Patrick Peterson. Luckily, not a hit stick. And again, a really good juke move there. I felt like we could have had a bigger run if I actually was able to bounce that to the outside, but unfortunately, was not able to. Lamar Jackson taking off here and just sliding down. Definitely don't want to take a hit stick with any quarterbacks. X is wide open. Tyreek Hill here. See if I can juke someone out. We do. And again, right into another hit stick there. That was pretty dangerous, but luckily work done in the flats here. Again, another Jurtle to the inside, and again, we pick up another first down. I really like to utilize work done because he is such a beast. Like, I use Barry Sanders, I have Ezekiel Elliott, I have the free Adrian Peterson. Work done has played exceptionally well for me. Obviously, he's not as good as Barry Sanders, but what a play there from Dunn. As to be honest with you guys, I really just hit Y way too many times, but it kind of ended up working out for us because we just like hurdled right over the defender there. I think it was Jalen Smith, and into the end zone for the touchdown. But with only a minute left, things are not going good for my opponents, and we are obviously up 38-7. So the probability of a comeback here is worse than the 3-1 Golden State Warriors. There is absolutely no chance as we get another sack there from Jack Youngblood. My opponent now down to only 25 seconds left. On 3rd and 17, we had some pressure, but it didn't really get there, unfortunately for us. But we did get a swat from Jalen Smith, and what may be his final offensive play of the game, we get some pressure, and he has to check it down here to Eddie George. Tries to hit the sideline, take advantage of his speed there, but unfortunately for him, he was just not able to. Ward Dome, though, with Freight Train activated, breaks off a tackle there, and I wanted to get one last run in here with work done, see if we could break something big as we break a tackle there from Jamal Adams, and that's going to be the end of the gameplay. So guys, with that being said, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you drop a like on the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. That was Rookie Master Isaiah Simmons gameplay. I hope you did enjoy the video. I'll see you guys next time.